All right, Crockett 36. I am watching my own video, which is a review of The Good Captain, Russia. Turn 5, The Good Captain, Classic Access now as well. Um, I want to continue on with that, so I'm going to X out of that. And right here it is, turn 6. Interesting game. Really a lot of fun. Uh, like the good old days, right? So, couldn't say better things that I do remember why I love this game. Here's turn 6. So my strategy of you can see here, I'm buying transports. The transports are actually supporting the battleships, and he's not risking his bombers or fighters building up on the Eastern Front. But the Russians and the British, there was a small little conflict at the very beginning in Africa, but quickly we were able to take care of that. Now, at this point in time, there's actually no Indian factory and there's no Sudan factory. So the great thing about that is that if he got heavy bombers, which he later will, those factories are actually not an asset. They are not a good thing. They are actually, in the long run, if he gets that one technology, a bad thing, because from India, you can actually bomb the entire British Empire out of existence. So a factory in India, um, excuse me, would bomb, and I think what we would call a minor factory in Global 40 would take away all of London's income. So not exactly what you're looking for. But I must have been excited about it at one point in time. I think I did want heavy bombers, but right now they're not making any sense. You could make sense that those 3 dice rolls, I think it is, that number of units would be wiped off the map like an atomic bomb. But as far as eliminating $30 of income in London because a bomb went off in India. So, anyways, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but that's where this game is going. And I forget because I haven't played this in so long. That I forget that. Oh, what was I going to say? Um, oh no, anti-aircraft guns. You have to buy them. So to have a factory like this without an AA gun would be ludicrous, and that's what happened. Just in a similar fashion to turn 2, I think it was. I lost ships over here, and the airplanes couldn't land in Alaska, but they could have landed on an island like the Aleutians if I put the Aleutians here. So that didn't make any sense either. I do like the sub rolls quite a bit. But here we are. I am just building, 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 and I'm just hammering Japan. And he is managing to expand a little bit, but not too much. Not where Japan should be. So this is end of Germany turn 6. Germany is in a bit of a stalemate with the Russians and British, and the Japanese are contained by the Americans to some extent. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's take a look at the players. Uh, right now, Axis 72, Allies 88. Pieces on the board. Um, Units on the board 117 to 129, so that's a lot closer. Mostly because the Americans are buying all ships. Production 59 for the Axis and 88 for the Allies. Okay, let's get out of there. All right. Open save game. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I think I gotta go over here. And here we go. Let's skip to Germany turn. I think that was Germany turn 6. Let's go to Germany turn 7. Okay, Germany turn 7. Local game. Play it up. And we might as well grab Germany turn 8 while we're here. Germany turn 8. All right. Germany turn 8 is going to take us to, back again to London to pick up some more troops. And we're still in a huge crush, Japan crush. So Japan comes within this. I spread out. Because you noticed that last time I had 8 subs, so I invited him to actually come at me. And then when he came at me, I spread out. But I'm still not buying. I'm still going to be, just solidly right here. I'm not being chased away. And in fact, I grabbed the East Indies with a single infantry. So Japan is now shrunk, and it is back to having just China. And again, the Germans are pretty much contained to their own territory. All right, let's check the next one out. No. G8. I believe this is the turn where I miss it. So if you are playing, there's a couple of things you should take note of. One is I have the terrible habit, of actually doing the non-combat moves with the combat. That's a bad habit to get into. Don't get into that habit. Number 2, don't get into that habit. And I forgot what I was going to say. It's late. So then he moves off. I dump 4 planes in and the subs, thinking I can pick at him. And Japan expands one more time, but loses French Indochina. And Germany falls back from Caucasus to Ukraine. So there's no progress. And I'm holding him at bay. But this is where... Nope, it's next turn. I could try to look, but I don't think it's working right now. Pretty sure. I'm trying to look at his purchases. Japan's purchases in round 7. Bought a bomber. And if you're playing against him or another guy named Adam, if you see him buying bombers, just be aware that that's a bomber spam, and heavy bombers is the way to go here. So he's dominating the land, but he's obviously focusing a lot of attention. No second factory. His transport is off in Hawaii. Off of Hawaii. All right, so what do we do? Let's go to game turn number 9, see if there's any advancement. I believe by here we're going to see what I did not see, and that's that he's got heavy bombers. And I literally looked up and was like, why is my money zeroed out? So Africa continues to just put out. Um, I let him just walk around, not too concerned. Drop another transport. Huge number of British protecting. And then I'm even getting some British in here to harass. Britain's actually taken 2 of the Money Islands. But he took Australia. So that was. But I'm back with 5 subs. And where's my 4 planes? Oh, there's my 4 planes. So he's got to run away at this point in time. There's no way he can stay there. All right. But did I notice it? No, 3 bombers are still regular bombers. Still almost nothing in Europe. Okay, so this is classic turn 9. All right, let's check this out. Let's check out 11 for sure at this point in time. He's been buying dice, and I didn't notice it. So my whole scheme here has been working well. I did not do Russia restricted. Able to grab Ukraine. It's pretty cool. I was able to actually land in Western Europe. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have just kept going to Karelia. But I thought, well, let's try to make some progress on the game. Here it looks really desperate. I mean, Japan has got $2 more than. Japan's got $1 more than it began with. Nope, it's got 3. $3 more than it began with. Nope, because I had Celebes. So now, look at this. I am just chasing. The hounds are chasing. And here's what I did not see. Right there. Bombers. Heavy bombers. And, colossal mistake, I plopped a factory in India. At this point in time, I took out his transport, so I got a nice shot there. But I dropped a transport in Anguilla, Sudan as well. And what's the money? So Axis 58, Allies 87, production 49 to 98. So dominating, but check this out. So this is turn 11. Let's see what happens turn 12. Yep. So here I think we're going to see Russia with $0. Go right over to players. And here we are. British have $6. That's the one. So they should have had 30. They have 6. Now look at this. 76 for the Axis. 65 for the Allies. Production should be 90, 58. I'm dominating. Look at these TUV. 647 to 438. 128 pieces to 87. But the bombers are coming. Andy's got rockets, by the way. So he's surging back. No, almost back to full strength. Well, he's back +2, I guess. But, 12th round if you're. And I've got tons of tanks. Oh, look at that. And there goes the IJN. So he gets heavy bombers, and I finally killed the Japanese Navy. I think it was this turn, too. Maybe it was last turn. Yep, Battle in Coral Seas. Look over here. Japanese defend with 1 battleship, 1 carrier, 2 fighters, 4 subs. American subs, 3 hits. Boom. Japanese subs. 1 out of 4 hits. Oh yeah, they defended it too, don't they? But 3 out of 4. I mean 3 out of 3. All right. So then he loses I lose the fighters, and keep rolling with the subs. I think. Yep, 3 subs, and again get 3 hits, and that will do. There we go. And that was the end of the IJN. So how many times can you say in a game that you took down the IJN? Not too many times. So, but right there, look at it. Look at what he's done. He's got this bomber over here. So pretty clever. Hail Mary strategy. Now he's got 1 and 3 and 4 bombers. 5 bombers on the board. Now, at one point in time, by the way, he was very gentlemanly. He had tanks in Ukraine. I forgot to put someone in Caucasus. And I had Moscow empty, so couldn't say enough good things about the good captain. As a player, I highly recommend it. He's always up for a game. Hit him up on the forums, and he'll play you. I'm not sure. I hadn't seen in his videos the strategy that I'm doing, the ferrying to Karelia. He does play with Russia restricted, and he doesn't. I don't think he plays with technology. And of course, the sub spam is pretty. It's radical, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's a maddening, kind of a really, intense. Let's see where I get by turn 14. I would be looking at the history of the games, but I've had some issues with that lately. I tried to make a video of this earlier, and I couldn't access the histories. It wouldn't do what it just did for me. Sorry for hitting the mic. All right, so again, not much progress, but he is building up. He's got the 15 there. He's got 2 heavy bombers in Europe. He's got 5 heavy bombers plus 1 more. So he's got 8 heavy bombers on the board. And what's the players? And we're dead even. Our PU's spending dead even. So my comments about the game is that it's fun. So I keep hitting that microphone. Sorry. But if you get, I can't even put. The British can't even put anything in India. I can't even build anymore. In fact, I had to try to bring anti-aircraft guns across the ocean, and it'd be a lot finer right now if I did. And then I tried to start building tech, and of course I didn't get it. So interesting game, a lot of fun. I'll show you what it was at the end. I think it was 5 rounds later, and we keep going with it. But 18. I should have backed out of this. I should have retreated out of Moscow. Moscow has no, big value in the game. So let's see here. I did have a fantastic battle, by the way. One thing I called it Kursk, where he attacked, and I got quite lucky. But in this one, I was behind by 5. So he ends up with 37 infantry and 16 tanks after the battle. So pretty amazing. But I had taken over all of Asia on this side. So I should have backed it up and then made him work for it. but I really would have had to have gotten. Um, I would have had to have gotten. And he was trying to get to my. At one point in time, he was trying to take over Solomon's because from Solomon's he could hit my. I think it was Solomon's. He could hit my factory in West Coast, and that would have been it, right there. He's got a bomber in Solomon's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then he has to try to grab Hawaii so that he can get to the U.S. and then just I'm making $38. He's making 91. So, like I said, I just I would try to revise these house rule these super bombers. Uh, it's one thing double damage in Axis and Allies and Global 40. That would make this 6, I think, and that would make this 4. But literally speaking, you can take every dollar, and it would be stupid of the highest order to put an American factory in Xinjiang, China, because he could bomb the entire American income. And from his base in Manchuria, if you put an American factory in Xinjiang, he could put bombers in Manchuria and bomb the entire Allied income to 0 just by hitting Calcutta, Xinjiang, and Moscow with bomber after bomber. You wouldn't even have to work for it. And you would get 0 income. And even if you had anti-aircraft guns, how many are you going to shoot down? So a little ends up being a bit absurd, honestly speaking. But again, clever. That's the tools at hand. I did a KJF and I was successful, so I felt great about that. Even though I had some monstrous failures and some monstrously, I had some bad dice. I also had some just times where I should have, protected my troops, especially my shipping, and I didn't. I lost a lot. It's too sacrificial. All right. That is my review of the game. Good game. I plan on starting another one. I'm trying to write a book about the 80s, late 80s, and this game, discovering this game, happening on this game. So great fun. I love the sub rules, actually, that the planes can take subs and then they dive. I really like that. All right, that's my review. We had a lot of fun, and first time playing in probably since the mid 90s. So if it's let's say 96, 98, is that when Revised came out? So if we had 98, that'd be 23 plus 25 years ago. First game in 25 years. A lot of fun. All right. Thank you, good captain, and thank you for listening. Crack 36 out.